What's happening, guys? Welcome back to episode 8, picking up from the Prison of Hope. So, with last episode, we've all but wrapped up in the Prison of Hope. We ran out of time, got killed by the boss, and just did not want to try to rush the rest of the area. So, we're going to wrap up with this episode, and then obviously we will be moving on over to our next location as well. As this isn't going to take long, and 4-1 in general doesn't really take long either. So, either way, you all should know the route by now. With the ballista, we have done this route about 5 fucking times. Just more of the same, more of the same. Let's switch to our bow again. I'm glad I picked up all that fucking ammo, guys. Good God. Having to go through this so much. Having the bows really helped with the brain suckers, whatever you want to call them. Succubuses, I think I've been referring to them as. But yeah, it just makes them so much fucking easier. So much fucking easier. So while we head to the boss, we are going to go ahead and knock out all of our optional content. Freeing Sage Freak, and then clearing the Warden's Path. And we were going to do that after the boss just because we almost had a clean run to do this all the way through. But now that we died, we might as well just go ahead and knock this out. So before you take your sneaky stairs, as we call them, right over here. Now that we have the special key, we can go ahead and free Sage Freak, send him back to the Nexus. So now you guys can go ahead and start getting boss spells. Which is, one of the biggest things we're going to need for our Platinum Trophy, and what does take 3 playthroughs to do. So whatever spells we can knock out, whether it be boss or, basic spells, we can start working on those. Typically what I would do is I would do like 1 faith run, get all miracles, 1 magic run, get all spells, 1 physical run, get all boss weapons. That's how I would do it, because it's going to take you a few anyways. So going over to the Warden's Path. This does a full loop run. Doesn't matter which door you take, you're going to do a full loop anyways. And what's nice is this actually throws us right to the boss too. Now there's going to be 2 succubus pretty much right with each other. So it can be a little shitty. There's 1. You see what I'm saying? She got timed out. Now this is what I was saying about that fucking grab, because... Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Son of a bitch, yeah. So this is what's really shitty, guys, is if they do that grab attack, by the time you actually recover, they're going to spam another, and you're just done. So you cannot get caught by it by a single time. So weird, too, man. We did this episode. Everything was so fucking smooth the entirety of the time until we get to the end. It's just... I hate it, man. I do. It bothers me because I try to do my best job, and then when things aren't as smooth, it's a little irritating. But the original plan was to actually put this off for a while. The only reason we did, it's not that it's like higher level, it's just there's some shit here that's really fucking irritating. But we didn't, because then Magic Village wouldn't have upgrades like everybody else. Then it just doesn't become fair. And like I said, it's best to kind of just do the worlds evenly as you go. For the most part, I mean, after we do the first portion of every world, we're actually going to knock out World 2 in full so we can get our boss weapons and, stuff we need. But in general, you should probably do them pretty evenly as you go through. Especially for the walkthrough. That way, like I said, we can get all of our upgrade materials and keep everything fair. And get access to all types of items, evenly as we go through. So, that's probably the best way to do it, but still... there are going to be some irritations as you go through, as you may expect. We are not the wall. You know what I mean? We're not the wall. So you hit me from over here, I call bullshit. There it is. So it's really that simple, guys. It's just, things don't line up. There you are. So that gate, that double gate you just saw, that leads you right back to the boss. And while we are going to take that, we're going to just finish up this route. Because this is the other gate you saw. Where I said, hey, it doesn't matter what store you take, they both lead you to the same place. So if you guys didn't want to do the hidden trophy for the ballista, you guys could have just ran this way and, skipped behind it, shut it off. But you would have missed one of the trophies for your platinum. And like I said, we're going to be able to get all but I believe 3 trophies. Miracles, spells, the platinum itself, And then we might be missing like a miracle or something. Just like one miracle, yeah, the miracle spell, because it takes 3 colorless demon souls to get one of our miracles. And the fact of it is, we won't be able to upgrade boss weapons on your first playthrough. So it should be all spells, all miracles. The platinum itself should be the only trophies you miss. That's it. But you're gonna know exactly how to get them in subsequent playthroughs. Like I said, we're gonna cover it. It's more 100% walkthrough, but we're still showing how to get a platinum. You're gonna get about 99% of your trophies if you do all these hidden ones, right? And then this is where it becomes very much a pain in the ass. I'm gonna try something here. We know the bow holds up nice, but what about the claymore? Oh, I probably got rid of the buffs for it, didn't we? Son of a bitch. Yeah, I was hoping we had like white sticky slime because she is weak to magic damage. I'm gonna go in here and like whack her once with the claymore. We've already went over the guide. Nothing changes. We just, we got killed. So that's what we did last episode, right? The guide is already covered. That's the thing. This weapon doesn't seem to have the best damage right now. We're gonna re-break our chairs. Remember, what we have to do is we have to just target the real version of her. Otherwise, we will not get that trophy. If you're just tuning in, make sure to grab the weapon behind the altar before the fight, or you will never get it, because you automatically transport it out. And even running back here, you're still going to get that same cutscene, so there's no way to avoid it, right? If you don't get the baby's nail, you will miss this item. Now, this shit locking us down is not a problem until she starts summoning us. I'm not even really worried about her damage. Let's see where we're at. So, this does decent. It's gotta be the right one, though. Okay, we still got 94 hours. So, if you see a mini health bar, that's not the one we're after. Might work away. I feel like I have better luck around this side. And then, too, just make sure you're healing, because if you're not perfectly behind these pillars, like, they can get you so easy, man. Now, the last fight we did with her, she really favored she really favored the back. I'm getting too antsy. I need to use the pillars. If she hits us, that's fine. It's more when they're all hitting us at once is the problem. And the floor traps, yes, but they're more avoidable, in my opinion. She's got to be up front this time. Here, yeah. She could be all the way at the altar, too, guys. You. I've not seen her yet. Not her. Didn't we check the ones in the back already, or didn't we? Alright, that's her. So instead of getting antsy and stay in the open, I'll take the hits. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, we got him down too. That's not her. Hurry up, get out of it, 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 get out of it. Oh, they spammed it twice. There it is. There you go. So that's how it should have went last episode, and it about did. Now, typically what you would want to do is when you find the right hers, just run up with melee and dash on her. I have not really upgraded anything because we have focused on the bow for when we get the boss variant of that to get that done, because when we make the lava bow, it doesn't need upgrades. It's done, right? It just gets scaling and just honestly not even really scaling, just super fucking high base damage. So the problem with that is since that was our focus, it is done. It's at +7. It's ready to become the lava bow. We haven't really upgraded anything else. So I had to kind of just use the damage from the bow. So the bow isn't really like a cheese, a hide behind. You see, obviously we're getting hit left and right. Although you probably could do that. I didn't want to do anything cheesy. It's the highest damage we have. So the strategy wasn't the bow. The strategy was whatever had the most damage. Magic, whatever does magic, is going to be your best bet. It just didn't really work out for us. Anyway, guys, with that, once you walk up to the altar, this is why if you did not get the baby's nail, you're going to miss it. Because this cutscene is going to play. Not just now. Anytime you come back to this location, you will never reach the back of that altar again. This will always play. That we have reached World 3-2. Now, I'm actually really fighting the urge to do a quick run here to grab a phenomenal sword, which is the Flame Burst. Same moveset as ours, but has Blood Loss. So if we can turn that into Faith, because not all weapons can be. But if we can, which I'm 99.9% sure we can, we'd have, high physical, blood loss, and magic damage. That'd be really cool. It's like right here. We have to run across the tower, run up the left end. I might do it. Yeah, let's do it really quick. Oh, wait, we're in fucking human form, guys. What am I doing? Let's go back to the Nexus. I might do it. In fact, I'll check it after this episode in between episodes. Since we won't come back for a little bit, I might get that. It's a solid-ass weapon. It's a solid-ass weapon. So now that we are here, before we get in soul form, you guys know the gig. We're popping everything, grabbing as many levels as we can, not touching boss souls. This is very, very important. Renowned, storied, hard demon, and dull demon. So those are getting put up.
Then touch the demon.
So we're gonna keep working that faith. We got 2 levels, 3, yippee! But we're doing good. We're at 18 faith now. We have 2 miracle slots. We're gonna get up to 3 really shortly too. Another good thing is at the end of this episode, guys, we're actually going to have the best soul farm in the game. So if you're trying to just go buy a bunch of hardstone or sharpstone shards from the filthy merchant, you can buy as many as you want, because we're going to show you a farm for about 4,000 souls every 20 seconds. It's crazy good. Bow will be the best thing for it. But yeah, I mean, it's really going to help out, because we're going to go ahead and buy all of our miracles we want to use. We're going to go ahead and buy a bunch of healing. Be able to buy a lot of the lower tier basic upgrade mats, so we can start getting weapons to +6 and taking our faith or magic paths and just get really well set up. So this farm is going to be at the end of Island's Edge. So we are in soul form. Let's go back for our souls. In between episodes, I'll check for the flame birds. I do want to get it, but I'm like, fuck, I don't know the exact spot because it's not in today's notes. Started thinking about it. I'm like, I'm quite certain I know where it is, but if I don't, then I'm just wasting time. So we'll try to get it for you guys. I guess I shouldn't have mentioned it, but I was like, we're fucking right here. Like we're right here. Either way, now that we have caught everything up here,
I'm keeping a close
we're going to go back to Stockpile Thomas, put all that up. For this area, we're not really going to need anything. We've already went this area before, if you guys well remember. We're going to need arrows for sure. This is another boss that if you don't really have ranged, you're going to miss another hidden trophy. But we have 83. That's more than enough. Now, we've already been here before, guys. So with that, we're all, knocked out in full. And if you guys want to obviously pick up spells, let's cover that. I was going to cover this at the end of this episode. But since you saved Sage Freak, obviously you have your basic spell merchant here. I don't know if he'll even talk to us.
You assist, but at my age.
Yeah, we gotta get that magic stat to 10. We're gonna do that at the end of the episode too. Once you get 10 in magic, basic stuff's here, but you'll be able to turn boss souls into him and start getting some very powerful abilities. However, since I don't have that 10 magic stat, he's not gonna talk to me. I thought maybe since he was the boss soul variant and we have boss souls, he would, but nope. So we got it. We're still getting that set up. But that does wrap us up. Now, for this area, guys, you're going to want something. Oh, I never put... Well, you know what? I don't have to go back to what's his name. I can just simply send that shit to storage. You're going to want something with, like, blunt, magic, something like that to deal with these guys. I'm sure you guys remember. We've already briefly went to our early weapon run here, Island's Edge. But this is going to be 4-1. So we've already done 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. This episode will be 4-1. Next episode will be 5-1. Then we really start getting into the worlds. But when we did our early weapon run, we did briefly go through here. Now, if you compare to these guys, it don't really matter which weapon you use. But as you can see, although the flame one does decent damage, 4 big slow-ass hits is, it's not the best bet. I wish I would have kept a parashield, but it doesn't matter. We just want to block their attacks, look for openings. It's that simple. Now, we still have it on, but make sure you guys do have on that thief ring. Again, same thing we covered previously, right? You guys should all know the drill by now. And having the right weapon does make things easier, but you know, Crescent Falchion will be dope if we're going through here just fairly well. And if you can parry all of her hits, it doesn't really matter which weapon you use because that critical is going to just destroy you. Take him. Now remember, you want to inch your way up, right? Inch your way up. Because the goal here is to not pull both of these guys down. Once you do, it just makes life so much more difficult. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're going to have two guys up top. So when we did our early run, we've already grabbed these things. Over on the right will be the Talisman of God. Did we touch it? Let's say we may. Yeah, we already went and grabbed the colorless demon soul and all that. Alright, so we'll give a brief recap for people that haven't tuned in. So over there is the Talisman of God. This is needed for Sparky the Crow, who we introduce anyone that follows the walkthrough to. If not, we'll reintroduce him. So pick up your soul items, pick up your Talisman of God. Over here on the right is just a dead end. Over here on the left is going to be your path of progression. Then you can go over here, grab a few soul items. You can grab the Kalish, which is an outstanding dex weapon. Very quick. It's got decent blood loss. Now, another reason why the Thief Ring isn't just for the skeletons. It's going to be for the mana rays as well. They're above you. They're shooting like magic blast type bullshit at you. It can be a bit of a problem. So the Thief Ring, they won't protect us as much. Now, same thing. Same guy from your tutorial we showed you guys how to take out. You stay behind him. That's it. Just keep circling behind him. Put enough damage. The Crescent Falchion or something with blood loss does good here because he has so much health. Although, you know, like I said, blood loss is a little lackluster. It still, you know, serves the purpose to drain health over time. But you see where he got his health down. He just has a lot. He's not even worth that much, dude. I think it's worth like 900 souls. Something ridiculous. Alright. I want to say from the front he does take more damage, but you are putting yourself at risk. That, you're gonna get your great demon soul. We're rolling through. Now everything over here, don't worry about it. We're actually gonna turn around. We just took him out now, so we don't have to do it later. But we do want to go ahead and do this other route. So you're gonna backtrack to your little opening here, and we want to take the left path. So there's gonna be a trap you're gonna step on. It's gonna shoot arrows. Hold up your shield, stick to the left side of the wall, and just run right there. Now going out the left side first is going to be a very elite enemy right here. He'll usually jump at you with a cross swipe. Then you're just going to get behind backstab. Just like that. Now since he's very elite, he's not going to take much damage from that. So you got to slowly wear him down. And if you're worried about him, don't even fuck with him. You don't have to. But since we're clearing the area now, we're going to show this off. He's got a combo that'll kind of keep coming. Oh, he tanks right through that. I did not know. But yeah, he's got a combo that will just keep coming and coming. And you see what one hit does. You know, you can really stack all that damage. Thank you. You gay ass job. So as easy as he can kill you, he does like 3 things, guys. Does like fucking 3 things. Either way, if you don't want to fight him, you don't have to, but just come this way. Like right here is like a soul item, and then this is where we actually got the Crescent Falchion from, like right here on the ledge. Then you would just grab that, roll off, and then we get back on track. Now, once you set these traps once, they're not going to pop back up until you rest. So from here, we're going to go to the right. Follow this all the way up. Now, once you get up top to the left is how you progress. We want to go straight first, as we're going to need to grab the copper key. Now, a lot of the stuff we could have done earlier, I tried not to touch more than we had. So we grabbed the weapons we wanted to do our early weapon run. Just get every starting class better weapons. That's it. You know, early game weapons. But we tried not to touch any of the other content. So even though we were here, we didn't do any of this. So what you're going to do now is take this all the way across. Now, right here is what's known as the regenerator skip. There's a ring down there, which does the same thing our shield or faith weapons do, and that's going to regenerate your health over time. Everybody in their mom will tell you, hey, run, you got to jump at a certain point. That's not true. You'll sit right here at the edge, just roll, go through on the other side of that wall, and get your ring. Now, we'll get it later on. So I'm not too worried about it, but if you guys want it, get it. But there's no real way to get back around, and then you lose 6,000 souls. So we'll just get it later, plus it doesn't do anything our shield isn't already doing. So, I mean, you could couple that with it and get more health regen, but I just don't think it's worth 6,000 souls to get something that we already have going for us. And no matter your build, having 14 in strength at least for this shield is nice. You could actually upgrade it with colorless demon souls, and it would actually give you more health back. So, you know, it's got a lot going on for everybody. 14 strength isn't bad. Like I said, despite your build, you still need weapon requirements regardless. So, just a couple levels. Either way, guys, now that we have the copper key, we will be able to free your merchant over here. So, another skeleton. Oh yeah, this sucks too. With our weapon, we just like can't hit him in this hole, if I remember. Yeah, you see that? If I try to overhead, it won't work at all. Oh, it actually did. Typically it doesn't. Thank you. So while we're here, let's go switch to the falchion. Alright. So hold up your shield. Now, before you go down, what you're going to do is go up. Just to briefly cover stuff we've already done, right? Shield. Take him. You're going to see two paths. One's kind of like going uphill, and one's going to the castle wall. So you're going to go this way first. This is going to get you the same bow we have now. This is where we got it. Take him out, grab your bow, then get a few arrows as well. So that's the compound longbow. And then once you have that done, you can take this path going all the way up, meet Sparky the Crow. I think there's a soul item right here. And then what you would do, remember, colorless demon soul's only purpose is to upgrade special and unique weapons, such as the shield or, you know, boss weapons, right? Well, there's only 10 in a playthrough, like we said before. If you get all of them, it's hidden behind tendency events or even trading with Sparky. So what you would do, and this is something we've already done, you would drop this. We can't do it because it's equipped, and I've already done it. I'm not dropping the other one we're actually using, but you get like 3 of these talismans of gods. This can only be done once, but you would drop it here. You'd let him say what he's going to say. You quit out, you load back in, and you could pick up a colorless demon soul. So once again, we've already covered this. Aside from that, you would typically drop down here, get an item off this body, and then quickly go after the lizard. The lizard will be right there, and then he'll drop down this way. Moonshade Stone Shards, you're going to get 3 of those. That's how you upgrade the Crescent Falchion, which, once again, one of the most powerful weapons in the early game. Probably I mean, it's still holding up. You know, we're still going to it. I'm trying not to use it too much because I'm sure everybody that's ever done a walkthrough tell people to do that. I'm trying to use different stuff. But if I can't swing my weapon in here, it's not going to do me much good. It's all else I have. I mean, it's a phenomenal weapon. One of the strongest there is. So, now, here you're going to have 2 skeletons when we get to this corner. One's to your right and one's to your left. So let's do what we did last episode. Go to photo, see which way the other one's facing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it should be right behind me. He's facing our way, but we do have on the thief ring. I'm hoping the other one backs up. There, now we'll go for the one for the right. So as soon as we come out the hallway, make sure you go to the right side first. We'll take him. Then we're going to go all the way down, use the copper key, get you a merchant. So he sells a couple things right now. A couple basic weapons like the regular falchion. And this is what I said before, you know, you get the blessed mace, the crescent falchion. These are regular weapons. FromSoft pretty much just, you know, bring them to +6, then made one blessed, then made one crescent, put them on that path, then dropped them in the world. But they're essentially just basic weapons that they started on that upgrade path, right? So it's not like this weapon's super unique. What they did was they just took this, like I said, broke it to +6, then turned it into a crescent falchion, and then left it in the world. So that is the same weapon. So if you guys like this, like, damn, I wish we had that for Faith, you can. You can take this to +6 and make it a Faith weapon where it does get magic damage and health regeneration. It's the same thing they did. Short bow, long bow, falchion, scimitars, blood loss, you know, nice ranged options, shields. You get some arrows, which could help with the boss. If you don't have any arrows, this is the probably last chance you have to get them. You got the leather set, spice, healing, and then down here, you have Cloudstone Shard. So that's one upgrade mount. He's going to start selling the upgrade mount for Crescent Falchion, or whatever weapon you have Crescent. But you got to get on over to the next portion of World War. Now, there is going to be another trap here, same thing. Run, hold up your shield just in case, tuck to the left. But freeing him is important. That's going to move him on. So now that we got up here, obviously that's where you fought the Great Demon. Everything else, you know, has been done here. We're going to go around the outskirts before pushing forward. So you get your soul right there. Then you go to the bottom. You see these little stairs. Yep, you can hear these guys trying to shoot at you. You might be able to just kind of time it off hearing them fire. Good news is, if you could line it up, one arrow kills them. And they're worth a lot. Oh, you bastards. Stay still. There we go. Yeah, they're worth quite a bit, too. Look at that. 528, guys. And if they're dead, they're not going to be giving you much grief. There we go. That's quick 1,000 souls. You know, not bad. Either way, there's still going to be more as you progress, and they're still going to be paying that. In fact, the next part, we're like trying to inch off this cliff where skeletons are even way bigger and more dangerous, and those guys are firing at us non-stop. It's just good fun. What are you doing? What are you doing? Switch weapons, Brendan. What the fuck are you doing? I thought we could take him out real quick. Yeah, it didn't line up. Either way, guys, once you got him, over here on the left, you want to be very cautious. It's one of those, like, dual katana wielding skeletons. The more elite version we spawned over there. You get the Crescent Falchion. So he's right on the other side of the spot. Just be cautious. And if you ever follow this around, you'll see a trap. So we're not going to go this way. There's actually a much better way to take where you will never have to worry about that. So as soon as you get in here, climb up. Oh! No, we want that jump attack. That's the best thing, if you could just bait that attack. Bub. Do the thing. Oh, they kind of screwed us out of that one. There it is. Yeah, it kind of screws us in your backstab sometimes. You're like, wait, that should definitely be lined up. Then it's just not. Yep, he can take through your hits sometimes too. Do the jump. Thank you. I'm just gonna two-hand. Thank you. Time for you to go. Either way, right here is where you got the Adjudicator shield we're using now. We got that early on because, you know, health regeneration is going to boost everyone's survivability. It's just smart to have that, you know, close to the start of the game. But that's where that's going to be. It's an outstanding shield. You know, stat-wise, it's not the best one in the game, but it's definitely very good. 90 physical damage negation, which is really good. You know, it's close to 100%. So 10% of damage getting through, but then you get health. So I think that evens that part out. 50 magic defense, so it's got a lot going for it. So there might be some better shields, but that one's very, very, very solid for first playthrough. So taking this ball all the way over, there's just a few little loose pickups, guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to start working our way back. You go across the slope, broken bridge. About halfway, just roll over this wall. That way you can drop, go to the right, pick that up, and you're not even worried about that trap. We just surpassed the whole fucking thing. You know, not an issue for us. So before you go down, make sure you stay to the right side. Renowned hero. Then over there to the left, that's where we were before. So that's where we, originally came from. Just trying to look at something. You can do it. You can do it. I don't want to die, but pretty sure that's where our regenerator is. We'll probably end up just doing the skip at the end of the episode, showing you guys how to actually do it. Either way, so now moving forward, this is the hard part. We're getting really close to the boss too, guys, so I hate to fuck up now, but you got this asshole doing that shit. Then you're gonna have really big skeletons. It's hard to ignore these assholes. I will typically try to take them down with the range, but it's not, it's not easy, as you see. And they can actually block arrows too. But you're fighting on the fucking ledge, so there's no perfect way to go about it. It's kind of whatever works. And a lot of times you can actually just run past these guys. So if you can do just like that, that's what I would recommend. They're much beefier versions of your other skeletons, so, you know, they're pretty damn formidable. That worked. Yeah, they're pretty damn formidable. That could have went either way. And then, like I said, the mana rays are just adding on to it. It's, you know, that's why I say at times when it comes to FromSoft, like, sometimes they just do a bit much, you know what I mean? Like, they just do entirely too much sometimes. The skeletons on the ledge would be enough. We don't need the mana rays too. The mana rays on the ledge would be enough. We don't need the skeletons too. But when you add in both, it's not that you can't get past it. We just did first try, you know. But I think this is what pushes away new players. We expect difficulty, but when you go that far with it, it's pretty much saying, like, I don't want any new players playing my fucking game. You know, I don't know. Because I get past it no problem, but thinking about other people, it's wild at times. You know, it's pretty wild. Either way, guys, when you come on in here, right under the stairs is your boss room. So we're not going to go in there just yet. So if you go outside here, as you see, we just picked up that one item, and you can go through. Now, this part sucks, because there's a fucking lizard here, and trying to get him might get you killed, but you can actually upgrade the Crescent Falcon if you get this guy, if you can get him. Now you see how hard it is to do so. Oh, we got so lucky. So Moon Shadestone Shards 3. So now you can go ahead and make yourself a +2 Crescent Falchion, which, you know, still going to have that ace scaling, but it's going to bring up the base damage. And it actually holds up pretty fucking nice. Pretty nice. Especially when you get it to +3. I could actually get you guys a +3 Crescent at the end of this episode. You just have to do a little bit of extra. But I'll set you guys up for it. For, you know, magic builds. Or anyone that wants to use it. So, right over here, you'll see the item on the left. But before you go for that, go over this wall. Right here in the corner, Renowned Hero. And then that's the area we just did. So there's no reason to take it, but just so you guys know where you're at. Now we need to go ahead. It doesn't matter which beam you take, whatever one you feel more comfortable with, but just cross right over here. Get your Grave Robber's Ring. It makes it harder for phantoms to detect you, like invaders. Now we can go for your boss. Now that's obviously a trap. Just run to the left, do it up. Then we have Mr. D-Bag. So you try to fight this guy, or you just run straight for the boss. It's really up to you guys, because nothing's going to suck worse than dying right before the boss, right? After you've just done all that shit. But the fact of the matter is you could easily die to this guy. He's, you know, very, very tough enemy. He can tank through attacks and still pop you off. He's got blood ball. I mean, he's got 2 fucking katanas, guys. So he's gonna build up blood ball very quickly. There it is. So if you guys do not want to take the chance, I do not blame you. And with that, once again, we're up to another boss that has a fucking gimmick. Everybody has a gimmick nowadays, right? So this is the Adjudicator. It's the same guy that's on the shield. You can't really see it, but it's this really fat guy. He's a really fat guy using a gigantic butcher knife. He's got a bird as a head. The bird is how you cause damage. So if you went with like a strength build, you could beat on him enough, make him drop, kind of like the Tower Knight, then beat on the bird and, you know, take him out. Probably one shot. However, there's a hidden achievement for not fighting him at the very bottom. So what you have to do is use a range option. That's why we set up the bow. It's not that it's like, I want to fight every boss with range. No, it's just that that's what you got to do. That's what the game wants you to do with these early boss and hidden trophies. So the boss will always give you a trophy. The hidden aspect of it is fight him from range from the top. Kill him from the top and not on ground level. So what we're going to have to do is get into this fight. He has this really big tongue that kind of comes out and does like a whiplash. So you want to try to dodge around from that while firing arrows. Or he could use his butcher knife. Very slow telegraph, takes a bit to hit you. Pretty easy to dodge. But that's it. We're just firing probably 2 arrows, set up a dodge. 2 arrows, set up a dodge, rinse, repeat. He's going to go down very quickly. Now, that being said, you know, you get caught, you get caught. I think our health and, you know, our heals is enough to just kind of deal with it. And it doesn't have to be this ledge, guys. The floor's going to break at times, so be careful. There's a ledge underneath you can also use. You see that? He's halfway dead. Usually I fight him from the lower ledge, but I wanted to try this out. I don't think we can get as many shots with this. It's just like one shot here and there, but look at that. Fire, back up. Right? Fire, back up. Just for the walkthrough to ensure everyone gets both these trophies, you know. There you go. So, very hard boss. You know what I mean? Now, I will say that sometimes I do that in the forward break, and if you do fall all the way to the bottom, you haven't lost out on that trophy, but you do need to get back up top to kill him, or you're going to miss out on it then. Because when I was taking notes, he dropped the whole floor from under my feet. I dropped to the very bottom. Then I just got right here. This is where I usually kill him, and I just did the same thing. I had to, you know, roll through his attacks, then fire an arrow, but I still got, you know, the hidden trophy. But that's it. You're gonna get the Adjudicator trophy. Then you will get the trophy for fighting him up top and not, you know, using range and not fighting him at the ground level. And there are gonna be a few items to pick up. I didn't even write them down because they're just kind of right here. They're just in the boss arena. Typically, like when we're taking notes like that, we're, you know, progressing through a zone and you got shit everywhere. But there's just like a few items in the boss arena. So I didn't write them down, but I only remember picking up one. So we're gonna keep browsing. I guess I should have wrote them down. Yeah, I'm quite certain we got them. Okay, I probably picked up the other one, didn't even realize it. We can kind of look around too to be certain, but we're good. Then with that, guys, we've unlocked the best farm in the game for souls. And we are set up to get you guys some really, really good upgrades for the Crescent Falchion. So you have enough of your Moon Shade Stone shards to upgrade the Crescent Falchion to +2. However, to get to +3, you need a chunk. A chunk isn't going to really be found until you progress through this zone. But if you start progressing to the next part, there's a hole. Patches, the NPC, if you don't know who he is, he shows up, kicks you down a hole. Down that hole, you can get a chunk right there. So you can get your Falchion at +3. We're not going to cover it yet, but, you know, that, you know, something that's there that can help people out if they want to go ahead and move forward with that. But, you know, for the walkthrough, there's a specific way I would like to do things. It's not going to mess anything up, but it's just going to change encounters. Like patches won't show up somewhere else instead, which once again, not really a big deal. So after popping all of our souls, we're at 30,000. So it should be 2 or 3. Definitely 3 souls, or 3 levels. We got 3 more levels, and Faith's pretty good at 24. We want to get 30 in-game, but if we can get 24, that meets the weapon requirement going forward. It gives us 3 spell slots, and it reaches all the miracle requirements we need. So at that point, you know, 3 more levels here, we could just get that to 30, that to 20, that to 25, and then we're in Faith the rest of the game. And we haven't even done the first part of every world yet. So like I said, we're just looking really, really, really good. So before we do anything else, guys, we're going to be entering soul form. Then, like I said, before we close out, there are going to be a few things to show you guys, such as our farm, for instance. Now, moving forward, you don't have to do it by next episode, but you do have to do it for the episode after. We need our magic to 10. There is a spell we desperately need for World 2. It's pretty much going to raise your fire defense, and we're going to have to go down the lava and actually pick up some items. So we need a spell called Water Veil. You cannot get this unless you have 10 in magic. So with this farm, like I said, I'm usually highly against farming for levels. I've said this every series I've done. But we're not doing a magic build, so farming for a few magic levels that don't go with our build anyways, just so we can grab our spells for our platinum and get our one defensive spell. I think that's okay. So before we close out, we're going to show you guys this farm. But yeah, obviously I don't recommend farming for levels that actually go with your build, but you guys do what you want. I just think it might ruin your playthrough. It's, you know, kind of taking the cheap way out. The Swollen Demon Soul. Great Demon Soul we have 2 of. And we could actually pop both of these guys. There's a really big Great Axe that the Vanguard Demon uses. But like I said, it's more of a New Game Plus thing. It's very slow, very sluggish. With that being said, we're not going to want it. We don't need it for trophies or anything. But when we get the Blacksmith to make boss weapons, I want to show all the weapons he can make. So we'll keep it for time being. But we're probably going to pop both of these. Aside from that, you know, our colorless demon souls, we want to just keep those stocked up. That's for boss weapon upgrades. Then all this other stuff's like spells and miracles that we're going to get. Which is just stuff that's coming. Which actually we do... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we just sent the guy back for boss spells for magic right over here. We haven't sent the one back for faith. And I was going to put off this quest. But we just talked about getting Crescent Falchion upgrades. So we're going to just go ahead and get kicked down that hole real quick. That way we can send back our merchant for faith. Show you guys our really good ass farm. And get our upgrade materials. Now once we get back to World 2, we're going to have the bonus episode where I show you guys where to farm up all upgrades for every type of weapon. But for now, since we're here, let's go and get which upgrades we can. Alright, to show the farm. If you have anything that will boost item acquisitions as far as souls, like your Ring of Avarice, if you did spend the 50 souls, which you really shouldn't have, but if you did, put that on. So as soon as we go out here, even though we're not doing this area yet, this is right here, so we'll grab it. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Now what you're going to do is you're going to sort of run to this bottom portion. Now that guy we just freed out of the cell, he has moved on here. Now at this point, for 3,000 souls a pop, he will sell you the upgrades for the Crescent Falchion. Which I don't know why I don't show it. Where the fuck is it? He definitely has them. I know for a fact he has them. Yeah, they're here, but I didn't see them on the main page. Isn't that weird? Why? I don't know. But for every reason, they're right here. 3,000 bucks a pop. Souls a pop. But more importantly, if you go right past them, this door's going to open. Now, this is the next part of World 4. We're not doing this yet, but there are a few things that we can grab to, you know, go and help us out. So there's a Reaper right here. He's spawning all these other guys. So you'd have to kill them all, but if you kill him, they all die. And then when that happens, you get 4,000 souls. So right there, 6, 37, so 37.40 each time. Don't you love it? So that's the farm, guys. You do that a few times. And we're going to start working on that magic stats. I'm going to hit this a few times just to show you guys how quick it can be. Aside from that, I also want to go and farm up all the souls so we can buy all of our miracles. So we can put that on our build. And it's not worth taking away from our levels because you don't get that many levels in a playthrough. And you need, I think, 26,000 to buy all the miracles that we have access to right now. So it's not going to take long, though. You're getting just under $4,000, you know, a turn. And if you notice, it only took us like 20 seconds. Once, you know, we actually have the door open and all that. You're just going down, 3 arrows, boom, boom, boom. As long as you have arrows, you have a farm. You can jump down with melee and take him out, but he does so much fucking damage that the fall will do like half your health. If it hits you once, you're pretty much dead. That's the way I used to do it, but yeah, it can really, you know, cause some trouble. We're going to show it one more time after this. We all just need to farm up in our own time. So, like I said, you guys know where the farm is. Go buy yourself some arrows. So the goal here, all in our own time after we close out, what we're trying to do is go ahead and farm up 4 levels for magic, so we reach that 10 requirement. Like I said, even though I don't farm for levels, we're not doing a magic build. We just need to be able to pick up spells for our platinum. So, I would do this farm, get you 4 levels. That's what we're after. And then having levels to buy stuff we want, such as miracles and spells. Obviously, you know, we want to do that as well. But this is something we, you know, more do on our own time. I just want to show the farm a few times, show how consistent it is. Thank you. Now we're actually going to go through this place. So, with him out the way over here on the left, some poison kunai. We're not doing this area just yet, but that was right there. So you guys can take the stairs down if you want. I'm just going to drop. He always drops Moonshade Stone as well. And then if you just roll off, go behind to the left, you see your Augite. Like I say, you just kind of leave that to light your path, but you eventually see Patches here. So what's going to happen is you're going to talk to Patches.
That's it.
Go look over the hole. Patches is going to be a fucking prick as usual. He's going to kick you in it. Once he does this, Saint Urbane is going to be right here. He is going to be your miracle guy. So boss souls that can get you miracles get turned into him. Now, you can get 2 more Moonshade Stone shards right here. So go and exhaust his dialogue. He's trapped because this Phantom's kind of keeping him that way, right? So what we're going to do is take out this Phantom for him. He's going to go back to the Nexus, and we can now get miracles. So we can now get our spells. We can now get our miracles. We can get special weapons upgraded. We're looking pretty good, you know. I'm not going to say we're like super early game, but we are still early game, technically, as we haven't even done 5-1 yet. And having access to all this stuff is just going to be really nice. Now, dude's dual wielding katanas, so be careful. He can kill you easily. That didn't do much, did it? Bleed. Gonna sound like Lord Moog over here. Bleed! Good old Lord Moog. Elden Ring people will get it. Alright, so take him out. There you go. Moonshade Stone chunk. You get 3 of them. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Now, you gotta have a lot of those Stones of Ephemeral Eyes to do your pure Black World Tendency event. And like I told you guys, it's easier to spread this out across playthroughs. Now, we can do this for the walkthrough, but we got to be very cautious how we do things, as I said before. However, if you were to kill Saint Urbane, this guy will keep spawning, and he'll keep dropping that, so that's one way to farm those up. Faith build, I wouldn't recommend it. And if you did something like that, like a New Game Plus, hopefully you bought all the miracles for your platinum already, if you care about it. But there are other ways to get them. When we get later in the game, there's like 3 other farms for those. In fact, one we'll be able to show you a farm you start getting next episode. However, you know, it's not guaranteed. This is probably the easiest way, but this is highly not recommended. Like I said before, if there's information, I'll share it. But I'm gonna let you guys know what I would highly caution against, and that's one of them.
God has Umbasa.
Alright, so now that you have that, that's a pure Black World Tendency item. Can't get it. What you're going to do is just pop the store, start working your way around. There's going to be a switch that opens up the door. You won't go behind Patches. Now, once you do this, we are able to get Saint Urbane back on over to the Nexus. I think hitting the switch is like your trigger for him to move on. He's going to try to save his ass.
No need to drag. No need to drag.
Guy's so ugly. Alright, so get your gas resistance ring, and now we got everything. So you guys can go ahead and bring up the falchion to +3 at this point. Not just +2, but +3. Going down the stairs on the left will bring it back up. On top of that, like I said, we have Sage Frake, so we can turn in boss souls for powerful spells. Now we can turn in boss souls for powerful miracles with Saint Urbane. So we got all the basics, I feel like, at this point, which will help set everybody up. So moving forward, next episode we'll be knocking out World 5-1, and then we will be jumping, you know, to start progressing the worlds even further. But that's the only one we haven't touched yet. Now it's another one. It's kind of like World 3, where it's a pain in the ass. I don't know if it's as bad, but you'll see. You'll see. There's a reason we wanted to get some upgrades for going there. That's for sure. But this is World 5 is your faith area. So we'll start getting some upgrades for our faith weapons, which is going to be really, really, really helpful. So, now that we're here, let's go on over this way. And your boy will be right here.
Thanks to you, I was able to seek refuge. Now, if you wish, I will cleanse them.
So if you were to go over here, as far as boss souls, like Swollen Demon Soul, that's going to get you regeneration, slowly recovers health over time. These are just your basic ones still. So as we get other boss souls, we will have other options, right? Now, I don't know if you have to have them on your person or if you can see what you have in your inventory. Let's go ahead and get them all on us because I feel like...
I was worried sick.
Don't need colorless, don't need gray. So grab Swollen, Doll, just grab all of them.
We are indebted to you.
This wasn't in my notes for this episode as far as what boss gets us what. Right, it's not something I've memorized, so
Oh, is that? Do
when
you
I
have
plan to
your-
go over everything, we are, but I'm just going to kind of quickly do it. Yeah, so we just don't have them yet. That's what I thought. I was like, I feel like more should be showing up, but some's for weapons, some's for spells or miracles, and some are specifically for miracles. Regardless, we do need all of this for our platinums. Now that I showed you guys the farm, make sure you get to that 10 in magic. This is very important moving forward, very important. Not just for your platinum and getting all your spells, we do need access to Waterville. Now I showed you the farm to help get this done. Although, unless you went with the starting class we had, everyone else pretty much is like one level away from magic, or they have 10 already. But you might as well pick up all this stuff too, especially evacuate. This is going to be very handy when we get back to World 2, and that's one episode away. So, you know, it's very, very costly, but you got to keep in mind that we have a farm, so it doesn't really matter as far as cost at this point. But either way, guys, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. Next episode, we will be taking a trip through the Depraved Chasm, knocking out World 5-1. Then we'll be jumping back and start going through it again. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll catch you back here shortly.